Hello, my beautiful friends. Today I wanted to go over kind of a touchy subject. Let's put it that way. There are predators in the metaphysical community. There are people that pose as healers that actually are wanting to hook you and get money out of you for a lifetime. I have had my experience quite a bit with a few different healers that have really taken advantage. Um, about 2.5 years ago, me and my husband did a psychic fair at our house. And I was really aggressive and I did like 19 different practitioners. I had a lot of my friends. I invited people that I haven't met before. And I had this intuitive that I was really excited about because I met him like 10 years ago when he was straight from Peru and super enlightening, to say the least, for me at that time. He was also my most expensive practitioner at the psychic fair that I was having. Anyways, I never tapped in to ask if it was the highest good for me to have a session with him. And when it came to the end of my psychic fair, we just did like percentages of hosting the event, and we traded our percentage in to have a session with him. I was super excited, beaming, because he also gave us a deal. It was going to be like $1,000, and he earned so much, and he just said it would cover both of us. Um, Gosh, this person. I went to a session. It was all done in the dark, and he called in, and he also let me know prior to this thing that he was tied to New Orleans voodoo witch magic, and I could pay for anything that I wanted to happen. If I wanted to get pregnant, if I wanted to curse someone, if I want to do that. And those little things, for some reason, didn't set something off in me. Anyways, had a session with him and left so sad, so miserable. I was like dying, it felt like, for a week. And at that time, me and my husband were playing with our gifts. We didn't really believe in our gifts. And by the end of this week, I was just like, Evan, I'm done with feeling like this. Use your gifts, pretend you believe what you do, and see what you do. Well, Evan has the gift of sight. I have the gift of feeling. A few other things as they keep coming on board. But he saw a serpent in me. Sounds so far out there. Anyway, so he pulled this serpent out of me. And I felt so bright, so light, so freed. And me and Evan were like, what just happened? Did that really happen? What's going on? And because during Evan's session, he was so bright and shiny, happy, full of bright and peace, and like nothing was wrong. Fast forward a few months later, we went to an energy healing conference here in Utah, and I was still just distraught over my experience, still trying to understand and comprehend what just freaking happened. Anyways, met a few goddesses that had a very similar experience to this person. So know that there are predators in the metaphysical community, and I'm going to teach you right now how to tap in and know if that person is for the highest good for you. First of all, there's always some warnings, of course. If they say they work for voodoo magic and they're magic for hire and they're willing to do anything, including energy work on other people without permission, that is like a cardinal no in this universal free will world. So, number one, if they mess with your free will or anyone else's, no. If they're going to curse someone, no. Number two is if you have a feeling of like, I don't know, trust it. The next one is I'm going to teach you how to tap into your internal guidance system. So I've been practicing on this knowing of my own for over 10 years, but here's a very simple way to do it. If you want to ask if something is for the highest good of you, it will feel light and airy in your throat. That's how I feel it. If it feels not good for you, it will feel very heavy, and there will be a lot of roadblocks that kind of show up. So really, it's a lot of practicing to really start to tap in and trust your internal guidance system. Like, it took me years to continue to go ask if this is my highest good. Is this my highest good? That's the question I like to stick to because it makes it so much easier across the board. And it's just like, is it the highest good for me to go do this? Is it the highest good for me to have a session with this client? Is it the highest good for that? And I follow and trust it. The more that I follow and trust it, the more that I get these beautiful rewards. So just know, friends, that there are predators everywhere. And when we have certain traumas, it lowers our vibration to where we are in this kind of duality universe, which is eventually shifting away. But when you set yourself as a victim, energetically, the universe provides the polarity so you can learn that lesson. So it can be the person that will victimize you later on or have something trauma. So always tap into your internal guidance system if it is for the highest good for you, because you will know, you will not regret it. But practice this today, not necessarily on which intuitive to see, but really practice, like, is the highest good for me to schedule this? Is it the highest good for me to purchase this? Is it the highest good for me to do this? And just kind of feel what happens. And the more you follow it, the more your intuition will come on, because you're actually listening. So I bless that this goes to someone that it serves, because I have been in so many situations, including another intuitive when my friend's wife passed away a few months later. Oh, this is your new wife. You've never met her before, but this is your new wife. And your wife is already really excited about it. That's another warning sign that won't really happen from my experience. But that's where you get to tap in and touch into your intuition to see what's in alignment for you. Would Spirit or your creator ever want you to waste a ton of money on intuitives or hours at a time for you to like fix other people's problems instead of your own? Really feel that, really ponder that. But I have been blessed with so many amazing mentors that I was like, gosh, Janice is a part of this sweet, beautiful group. She graduated me when I got to a certain point, because it was just like, hey, you learned everything. It's like, you want to follow a healer or a mentor that ultimately wants you to be successful outside of your practice. They don't want you to keep buying all of the stuff that they have for you. They want you to get the tools and move on so that they can assist the next generation or the next group of people that are coming to assist the rise of consciousness. Not put their hooks in them, and I mean literally too. I have had energetic hooks that I've had to have Evan take out of me. But this is such an interesting topic. I bless that you understand all these beautiful things and that this serves you, and that you tap into your internal guidance system today and start using it for the rest of your life. Because it's just like a muscle. It has muscle memory when you stop using it, but when you don't use it, it's really uncomfortable until all of a sudden your muscles get strong enough to where you can lift a couch and it's no big deal. It's like all of a sudden I'm having an intuitive session with someone and I can feel a presence, their grandmother. It's because the more that I ask, the more that the universe reveals to me. So many blessings, my friends. Thank you for listening to me, and I bless that you have a glorious day.